Trading was hard in the Sahara because the animals died of heat and dehydration. Then the Romans introduced camels, which allowed them to expand trade paths. They traded gold, spices, ivory, leather, ostrich feathers, and even enslaved people caught during wars. When trading, all of the merchants used caravans or large groups of travelers and traders to stay safe so they would not be attacked.
In Africa, there are many different types of landforms. There are greater rifts and valleys, as well as high plateaus, mountains, and long rivers such as the Nile River, which is the longest river in the world. And the Sahara, located in Central Africa, is the largest desert in the world.
Ghana came to power in the 400s, located in fertile grasslands between the salt and gold mines. The kings in Ghana made people passing by pay a tax, and they learned how to use iron ore in their territory to forge weapons that they used in their strong military to conquer lands and enforce rules.
Mali rose to power after traders from the north disrupted Ghana's trade and states split and formed governments themselves. Mali created a new empire based on the trade of gold and salt.
Timbuktu is the massive capital city of Mali and was the center of trade during this time.
Zimbabwe came to power when wealthy traders came to Central Africa for copper and gold deposits there and traded for animals, ivory, minerals, and coconut oil. They brought silk, glass, beads, pottery, and sometimes slaves.
As Mansa Musa died, Songhai broke away from Mali and took Timbuktu. They used this location on the Nile to expand territory and take control of salt mines. The empire fell in AD 1600 when invaders from West Africa came.
Slavery was not uncommon in Africa. They used the peoples of conquered villages daily to do slave work and even traded them for goods. The Quran banned the enslavement of Muslims, but the non-Muslims could still be enslaved. This happened more and more as Islam spread through Africa. Then the Portuguese made the slaves harvest sugar canes on various islands that they had settled on. And so the Atlantic slave trade started. People lived in families of several generations and were parts of larger groups called lineage groups. Older men had most of the power.
The Bantu people were nomadic tribes that traveled all over Africa, spreading religion, customs, languages, and farming and ironing skills. They are also matrilineal, which means they trace their descent through their mothers, not their fathers.
Children's education was the responsibility of their parents and all the other people in the village. They learned about the history and the basic skills that they would need for when they were adults. They were taught through stories that had been passed down from generation to generation.
It was a new civilization that was a blend of both Muslim and African cultures. It means people of the coast and has come to be known as the name of the people and the language.
Mansa Musa was the ruler of Mali and a strong supporter of Islam. While still knowing other religions to be practiced, he journeyed to Mecca and gave away so much gold to the poor that the value of it declined. He also brought Islam scholars back to Mali to help spread the religion to other parts of Western Africa.
Islam was spread through many people. Many kingdoms encouraged it, however, did not gain popularity until the 1100s. It had a massive effect on everything around it. Example, schools started introducing Arabic language in all Africans that accepted the idea of Muslims.
Ibn Battuta, an Arab lawyer that traveled to Africa and was amazed to see that Islam was already there, and Mansa Musa even supported the religion by building mosques all over the kingdom.
Africa is a very cultured continent, and the people that live there have many forms of art. Rock paintings, woodwork, and clay, and even metal were used for creating art for ceremonies or just at home. Music and dance were both very prominent in homes and spiritual ceremonies. Slaves used the songs to remind them of home and all the great things there. They also used instruments such as drums or shakers to create music and tell stories.
Mostly, as with all early societies, men ruled, but there were some exceptions, such as Queen Nzinga. She spent her entire rule fighting the Portuguese and preventing slave trade.